Right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Week 39 of the off season. I have had a trim which may go out of whack because it is Wednesday today. Computer, I just had to restart. I did an update. It has been a bit of a full-on hectic start to the week, so I wanted to leave it until today where I could really run through everything. Of course, we weighed in at 102.2 on Friday, 300 grams off my all-time heaviest. If I didn't have my pre-workout routine, if you know what I mean, I probably would have weighed in at my all-time heaviest, but super happy with the look. And what I'll do is quickly throw you on to see how we got on Sunday. Right, so on the screen you'll be seeing a set from arms, some tricep extensions. Didn't get too much filmed, I just got in and got out a massive pump. Insane arm session. They are really good at the moment. Getting some blood into the arms, high volume, high intensity, getting in and out, sub 60, about a 50-minute one today. Just hitting a PR of how quickly I can get in and out. But jokes aside, we progressed every movement as well, which obviously is the main and the most important factor in this building phase. Getting strong, using the arms, bringing them up. Weakest body part probably, that and my back, which we are bringing up. They are improving markedly, of course. Back to the other part where I take you through the rest of the week so far. And yeah, what a leg day that was. You'll be seeing on the screen all of the good stuff, all of the sets. I filmed everything apart from the extensions and adductors. So 6.5 plates, I got 4 reps again this week, but the 4th rep was better than last week, so it's still a small form of progression. I want to take 5 next week and then have a nice little reset, up the rep range, drop the weight, and just rebuild up to a stronger foundation for them 6 plates when we get there again. On the pendulum squat, I got an extra rep than last week. That moved surprisingly well, especially after the brutality of the hack squat. Move on to the squat press. Very happy with how that went. I went up to 5 kilos, so chuck a 2.5 either side. Still counts as progress, 5 kilos progress, and I lost a rep, I believe. But I'll just rebuild that up again. Not even rebuild that up again. I'll rebuild the reps up again. I mean, just get an extra rep next week, basically. And then I did the same with the split squats, chucked 5 kilos on, so 2.5 either side, and I got 3 less reps. So instead of getting 10, I got 7, which of course I'll just get 8, 9, 10 in the following weeks. The pump shots are also on the screen. Very happy with how things are looking in terms of my legs. Obviously, strongest body part physically in terms of moving the weight and in my physique, which as it should be, your strongest body part should be your better body part, because if you're strong and the muscle isn't growing, then maybe either your leverages are too good or maybe it's something you should be changing to make you stimulate the muscle a bit better. But that being said, very happy with the session. It was so brutal. Leg day is just so brutal. I get absolutely wrote off, but what can you do? Just go a bit harder next week. And if you ain't sore for 3-4 days afterwards, you probably haven't done enough. All jokes aside, I'll catch you in a bit to talk you through delts. Right, and I've just done an editing block here, ready to go. You will be seeing a top set of the Atlantis press and some pump shots on the screen. Delts went extremely well. Really starting to peak in strength. Like I said, this is my penultimate week of pushing up. 15 out of the 16 of the push up. We draw back, we push up again, then we prep. Moral of the story, very happy. My pressing strength is just keeps continuing to grow. Overhead pressing has never been a strength of mine, so the fact that I'm starting to see some better numbers and growth to show for it, not just pushing weight for the weight's sake. We train a higher volume approach, so it's very hard to do that anyway, but super happy with how that is. So we just aim to continue the last 2 days of the week strong. We got back tomorrow and then chest on Friday to wrap up the week. So I'm going to take the intensity into the rest of the week, finish it off strong, and I'll catch you tomorrow just for that. Right, what is going on, everyone? I'm a little bit lower down than usual in these little vlogs. Got a new table going on in the house. We just got back from back day. Only one thing filmed today. I was just really in the zone. I didn't not film on purpose. I was literally just so locked in that I got the majority of my session done. And by the time I got to deadlifts, which you'll be seeing on the screen here, I was like, oh, I haven't filmed anything. I better get this deadlift. And then the first set, I was using the bumpers because I was working in. And I just flew. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to show off today. I was feeling quite good. We're hitting the peak. Next week will probably be the last week of this push-up. So let's really go out of a bang. I'm feeling it today. I might not feel as strong next week. So I loaded 6 plates on the bar and I just went. I've never done it before. 250 for 2, I believe, is my all-time best, and I just done 260 for 2 today. Obviously, no, it's not optimal. No, we don't train in 2 rep ranges as bodybuilders. No, it's not the best for constant and time under tension, muscle building, all that stuff. But what it was, most importantly, was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed myself. test myself, got strong, accumulated a lot of volume. That is exercise 6, by the way, just to let you know. I done a 4x12 on pull downs, a 4x10 on a T-bar row, a 4x10 on a chest point row, a 4x10 on a single arm machine row, a 4x10 again on a single arm hinged machine row, bent over row, however you want to put it. And then I did a set by 10, a set by 8, a set by 6, a single with 220, which is my usual working weight, and I just went through another plate on either side and got 2 reps. So I won't be hitting 260 probably for like another year until the next push-up phase, or 2 years time, or whenever I feel like it, really. I finish off with some rope pullovers and you'll be seeing the pump shot on the screen. Happy with the pump. The only thing I'm not happy is the colour of my skin because I was so white. I couldn't turn the exposure down because the light was flickering, so it was causing havoc. So I had to do it. Luckily, blood pressure was a bit up from the deadlift PR, so I was a little bit red, which counts as a tan when you're this white. And that's what we did. Went through some rounds. Back's looking thicker, that mid-back thickness. Erector's fully pumped from the deadlift, so they obviously did work, even with my suboptimal 2-rep top set. And mid-back is really starting to fill out, getting a bit thicker, looking wide from the front view. Happy with that. And what I'm looking forward to is the group call this evening with the Empty the Tank team, and then checking in the morning to see what I'm looking like ahead of my final week of this push-up. So off-season week 40 is the final week of the push-up. I'll catch you tomorrow for chest, check-in, and all of that good stuff. Right, what a session that was. You'll be seeing on the screen my top set with the dumbbells and my top set with the gym Leco machine press. Up 2 reps on the dumbbell press, 55 to 7. Very happy with this. I struggled to get that 5th rep last week, so it was like maybe I'll get 6 this week if I'm lucky sort of thing. Boom, they just flew up. Got that 7th rep. It felt a lot harder than it looks on the camera, that last rep, but it seemed to look smoothly, so maybe I just need to firm up a little bit. We either go for 8 next week or go 57s. I think I'll go 57s because next week will be my last push-up week, and I'll just box it off that way. And then again, I feel like I've really nailed the cueing and the execution of the gym Leco press, just how I like to open up my chest, how I'm driving my body against the backrest, bench, the pads, whatever you want to call it, so really get my chest prominent. As I press, you can see how my chest is puffed up, and the pump shots on the screen, other than my lack of melanin and how white I am, almost washed out by the brown background, the backdrop of where I was posing. The pump was really good. Super happy with how we're looking at the moment, especially because, well, you don't know just yet, but I weighed in at my all-time heaviest since I started bodybuilding. Only 100 grams off my all-time heaviest before I joined Brad. I'll talk to you about that in a second, because I'll run through my check-in in just a second. I'll wrap up the video, but I just want to talk through my training as I'm getting these steps in. Very happy. Boxed off the week very, very well. I'm looking forward to the next one, the final week of push-up, like I said. So hit some PRs, box off some of those like bucket list lifts, although I don't really go through it too much. But just before I look to reset over this like pullback period, I'll really change up some exercises, reset some lifts, or stall, or change rep ranges, or reset movements in terms of load. Just use that so I can progress through that phase and into my next push-up before we look to start a prep. So that's the POA, just nice and briefly wrapped up how I like to approach things. I'll catch you in a second to go through the check-in. And right, like I promised, on the screen you'll be seeing my check-in photos. Just comment in the living room, there's the baby me. Well, I say baby, young version of me. We weighed in at 102.9 kilos, so that's a 700-gram jump, 0.7 kilo jump from last week. Like I said, now you'll be seeing the check-in photos on the screen. Holding relatively good condition for my heaviest ever, 400 grams up from what I weighed at the peak of my bulk last time around. Oh, you can hear my belly going. That's because I am ready for my final meal of the day. Yeah, so we've got one more week of pushing. Hopefully go up into the 103s. That'd be quite nice to finish on a high in terms of that weight. See how we're looking. Assess whether we need to pull back a little bit and tidy up, or if we just continue to push for a few more weeks or taking that reset and tidy up period. Either way, I'm super excited because that's another push-up done there and thereabouts. I need one more real push-up to go before prep for my next year, which is going to be an amazing experience. The first one's obviously the first one, but this is like the first proper one where I feel like I'm going to have a much better and more competitive physique to show for it anyway. I'll spend these last 12 months doing the work, you know. But yeah, anyway, that is going to wrap up the video. My energy levels are starting to wane and I'm hungry, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click the notification bell so you don't miss when we upload. Another week of gaining, another week of getting better, and same again next week. I'll catch you for that.